Good morning, everyone. Today I was reading my miniature, devotional. One of my godmothers had given me, and it's about him, and basically, it says that in the 1980s, some prominent ministers had succumbed to immorality, and recently, a lot more of the ministers and leaders are falling in that same trap, and so it was just saying that apparently, that's causing people, to turn away from the church and even from faith in God. And it says these folks seem to focus their eyes on people rather than on Jesus. But people will fail us, even the best of Christians. On the other hand, Jesus never changes, never fails. He is the solid rock upon which to build our faith. Joshua knew that working with a mighty man of God like Moses, which was a great honor. However, he learned that God is the one doing the mighty work. God chooses whom he will use. So being someone he chooses is a great honor. However, no matter who he uses, he is still the one doing the work. And I was just like, if more of us really realized that and focused on that, we see, maybe even our parents, when they mess up, sometimes it's just like, well, gosh, well, what's the point, but I think it's really important that we remember that it's God that is in control, and that he's the one that is doing the mighty works, still doing the healings and all those things. We're just the vessels, and he can use whomever. He used Moses, he used Pharaoh, he hardened Pharaoh's heart, but just so that God could get his point across that, hey, I am that I am. The other thing I want to share with you guys today was from Philippians, and it was talking about praying about everything. And it's from Philippians 4, and this is 4 through 9. It says, celebrate God all day, every day. Revel in him. Make it as clear as you can to all you meet that you're on their side, working with them and not against them. Help them see that the master is about to arrive. He could show up any minute. And that's really important with everything that's going on, not to be ashamed of Christ and really witness to people and talk to people about God. And I think so many times we focus on the judgment of God and not the love of God. And so when we talk about the judgment all the time, people, they don't always want to hear that, and a lot of times that might harden their heart even more. But when we come, maybe even just sharing, I found something really interesting when I was studying abroad last year, and I just had some really awesome experiences with God, being away from my family and friends and everything that I knew. And I was like, God, how can I, minister to people or witness to people that don't believe in you, or who have been hurt by the church or whatever? And it was like, tell them what you tell your other Christian friends, the different things that I've done for you, the different things that I've shown you. He was like, share that with them. Don't be afraid to share that with them. What will they do? They can either take it or they don't take it. But at least you've done your part, and the blood is not on your hands, because then you've shared your faith with them and shared who I am with them. At least for who I am for you and to you. Anyway, so then it says, don't fret or worry. Instead of worrying, pray. Let petitions and praise shape your worries into prayers, letting God know your concerns. Before you know it, a sense of God's wholeness, everything coming together for good, will come and settle you down. It's wonderful what happens when Christ displaces worry at the center of your life. And I thought that was key, because a lot of people are trying to find jobs and things like that. And we really have to be on it, and turning those things around and turning our sadness into joy, because of knowing who we are in Christ, that the joy of the Lord is our strength. And even with that, I had an interview yesterday, and the lady asked me what my strengths were, and I told her, and then she asked me what my weaknesses were. And I remember learning in school, when you're interviewing, you need to try to take those negatives or the things that you're weak in and turn them around to where they're more positive. And where they almost become like strengths also. And that's pretty much what you have to do, the weaknesses of worry. You have to turn those things around and allow God to infiltrate those feelings and allow God to be the center of that. Um, so meditating on him, and then just summing it all up, friends, I say you do best by filling your mind and meditating on things true, noble, reputable, authentic, compelling, gracious, the best, not the worst, the beautiful, not the ugly, things to praise, not things to curse. Put into practice what you learned from me, and it requires effort. Put into practice, that means that's something that doesn't come easy. He realizes that. This is what you have heard and saw and realized. Do that, and God, who makes everything work together, will work you into his most excellent harmonies. God bless.